Hi, everyone. Is it work? Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for waiting a bit. And I'm Anastasiia Zvenigorodskaia, and today I want to share my view on how open source can be not just useful, but also profitable. So let's begin. When we hear open source, many people think it means free, but open source is about being open, not about being free. And who am I and why you can trust me? I started my open source journey at 17 with Linux community, and maybe that's why I still don't have kids. I spent more than 12 years in front-end development and project management, working for companies who built their own open source products. I also was a chief editor of the open source magazine User and Linux for 3 years, and now I am co-founder and chief operating officer of Epicmax, where we build and support open source and commercial projects with Vue.js. And I do consulting for technical founders in finance and strategy. And as you can see, I'm not super creative in choosing my usernames. And over the years, I met a lot of open source founders, and I always ask this simple question: how do you make money? And many times I hear something like this: I'm just doing what I love. I don't want to ask for money. I don't want to sell anything. I just want to write code. And I think that's a big trap, but what we are going to talk about today. So this is our plan for next 30 minutes. First, I want to share with you our story in Epicmax, how much time and money we spent in 8 years for open source projects. Then I will show you 7 monetization models with real and really cute, I hope you love it, examples. Then I will show you stage of any open source project and which models best for each stage. And then I will show you my ideas how to attract users and then turn them into paid clients. And in the end of my talk, I will show you our biggest mistake in Epicmax, key lesson we learned, and what we do now with our open source projects. So let's begin. How must open source projects start? Usually it starts like this. This tool doesn't work the way I want, so I want to build my own. And I can say if your goal for now is just make your work easier and create something open source, share it with community, please do. Forget monetization, but treat it like a hobby, not invest a lot of money and time to this project because it's a fast track to burning out. But if you want to turn it into your open source project into a business, you need to start thinking like a business founder and choose your strategy from day one. And I truly believe only monetized project in open source can be good and successful, because to build a good product, you need investment, you need to have some time, energy, and money. And if everything depends only on you, you will hit a wall one day. So you need to be honest with yourself and answer this question: is it a hobby or a business? And hobby project is a great way to learn new skills, to connect with the community. I believe all people in open source community are so friendly, so open. I think I have maybe most of my friends coming from open source community. And you can build your portfolio and maybe find a great job one day. Same with me, with my experience, all my jobs coming from something open source. But if you build like open source like a business, it grows your name, it brings you real income, but you need to have a clear plan. And let me tell you how it all started in Epicmax. Our company was founded by like 8 years ago by a developer who didn't want to code alone, so he hired others. Classic story for small technical companies. But we had no portfolio, no public projects, but we have a lot of love for Vue.js and open source ideas, so we said, let's build something open source. Let's show to our clients and ourselves, of course, that we can build something real and really cool. And this is how our first open source product was born, Vue Stack Admin. It's a set of ready-to-use dashboard pages. And just in a few days, we become 4th most popular repo on GitHub, and it helped us to find first commercial clients for Epicmax. And you can say that great result, we achieved our goals that we set for our first product. And maybe it was right moment to stop and rethink our strategy and maybe put some other goal for our open source, but we just continued in 2 directions. We developed a client's project using, sometimes we use our open source product, but mostly we use their own toolset. And we continue just supporting and development of our open source product. And later that year, we published Epic Spinners. It's a small project, just like spinners, ladders, for building only with CSS. And to be honest, we did it just because we wanted to play around with some CSS animation, and then I will show you how much it cost. And after a couple of years, we understood that we have a lot of repeatable components in our VueStick admin, and we decided to move them into separate repository, and this is how our UI library was born. It's VueStick UI. And in October last year, we started doing free online meetups for Vue.js developers, Vue.js talks. And we started them because all our developers live different countries, different cities, and we wanted to feel more connected. But then some popular speakers from community started joining us, and we, our meetup become more regular. For now, we have it like once every month. So let's see some numbers, what we have today. For VueStick admin, we have almost 2,000 forks and more than 10,000 stars, not too bad. For Epic Spinners, we have 360 forks and almost 4,000 stars. For VueStick UI, we have 354 forks and 3.6 thousand stars. And for Vue.js talks, we have more than 200 calendar subscribers, and I think we have 40, 50 people live for each event. And now let's see some money question. Let's do a quick calculation to give you a clear understanding of the potential cost of our products and maybe of your mistake if you want to repeat our. I use this middle-level developer rate based on data from Glassdoor for Spain, because I live in Spain too. It's 22 euro per hour gross. You can use your, if you're a developer, you can use your rate, or your developers if you have company, and you can understand how much it can cost. And VueStick admin, I have all data from our time tracker. We spent more than 4,000 hours in like almost 8 years, and it can cost you 90,000 euro. For Epic Spinners, we spent 470 hours, and you can ask me why it's so much, because it's really so small project. It's like for weekends. Because it never ends only with coding. We need to build some landing page, we need to do some design work, we need to do migrations, a lot of support, and connect with community. And even small product can cost you 10,000 euro. And for VueStick UI, we spend more than 22,000 hours, and if we use this middle rate for Spain, it's not so big in Spain, I think. It can cost you almost €500,000 euro. And for Vue.js talk, we spent almost nothing, because everything covered by me and one of our developer who just helped with something. And I think we spent for now like 4 hours per month just for having this online meetup and prepare some presentation and find speakers. And yes, we had more visibility after all. We looked better than other agencies who don't have any open source work. But we could have achieved more. So big question, why do some open source projects make money and others don't? And my answer is simple as always. Successful projects always have a plan and strategy. And I believe without a strategy, an open source project is just expensive hobby. And if you want to build open source seriously, you need to first build important skills that brutal honesty with yourself. And let's try to understand how actually make money with open source. I think you need to choose the right model and choose it like from day one. And let's review 7 of them, and to make it simple and fun, let's imagine you don't write code, you make shoes. First model, open core. Free shoes, premium comfort. You give people free shoes by walking around the city, but if they want to have better comfort and stronger material, they need to pay. And real example in tech, GitLab, Grafana, Elasticsearch. This model best for projects that have a clear line between basic and pro. And good part of this model, you can attract many users because you can open something for, they can use it for free, and this open source vibe. And you will have flexible monetization. You control everything, you control what to sell. But it's really hard to draw the line between free and paid features, And if you close everything, maybe it will be hard to find contributors because nobody wants to contribute to paid features. And if you open to a lot, maybe nobody wants to pay. And you need to maintain 2 versions in one moment. It will create big technical debt. And maybe the biggest problem that I see that big cloud providers can just host your product and never pay you back. Maybe you heard about some stories with big cloud providers. Next model, SaaS, free shoes, paid cleaning and delivery. People can take your shoes and clean them by themselves, but if they want to have ready shoes delivered every week, you can offer this service. And real examples in tech, GitLab Cloud, Next Studio, Docker Hub. This model best for people who can offer hosting and support, and good part of this model, you will have recurring revenue. It's great for business. You can hire the team, you can plan something, and you can have a fully open source and community-friendly project. But you need to have a lot of investment for infrastructure and customer support, and can cost a lot. Next model, dual license, free for walks, paid for work. You can wear the shoes free, walking for like in the park. But if you are a waiter working 12 hours per day, you need to special version and you need to pay for it. Real examples, MySQL, Tauri, AgiGrid. And this model best for tool used by companies, and good part of this model. Developers use it for free and they're happy, business need to pay, and you have protection from big cloud providers selling your product, but you need to have clear license and maybe lawyers. Next one, support and consulting. Shoes are free, but help is paid. You give the shoes for free, but if someone wants you to come, check the field, change the insole, they need to pay for your help. And real examples, Red Hat, Vue.js, Nextcloud. This model best for teams who can work directly with clients, and good part of this model is that you will have high-value clients and trust and long-term relationship with clients, but it's really not easy to scale because it still depends on people, and you will sell human hours, not product usage, not good for scaling. Next one, we almost done. Plugins and marketplace. Base shoes are free, decoration costs money. And you give black shoes for free, but if someone wants to have red laces, they need to buy them separately. And real examples is WordPress and Grafana. This model best for project where you can add something extra, and good part of this model that people need to pay only what they need, they really happy. And you can grow into a full ecosystem if you have a lot of plugins, for example. But you need to have big community, or it won't work because I think more plugins so cheap. And it's really hard to control plugin quality and consistency. If you have a lot of contributors, you need to work with the community a lot to save quality. Next model, sponsorship. You make shoes, can people support you? You just say, I make shoes for everyone, please support me, and people donate because they love what you do. Real examples, Vue.js and Blender. This model best for projects with strong community, and good part that you can keep everything fully open source, and you can build strong emotional connection with community, and maybe even have something like we have on MadVue offline events. You can meet people in person, but it's really not high and unstable income. You can't plan anything because if you have like big donation, but it can be like once a year, it's hard to build a team. And next one, courses and education. You keep working on your open source shoes, but you also teach others how to make similar ones. And you can sell online courses, host webinars, and offer certification. And real examples in tech, Linux Foundation, Vue School. This model best for experts and community leaders. Good part that you will have stable income, you can hire a team, you can plan something, and you can build a strong personal and project brand, and maybe then if you want to create new project, you can use your brand, your audience. But you need to invest time and money to build content. It requires teaching and speaking skills, but I believe you can build it. And it can be a distraction from product development, but I think this model is easier to delegate if you now understand that you have some ideas for creating educational content around your product. Please just find some right people. I think it's not expensive. You can find some copywriter or marketing specialist and just pay for some video or text content. So what is the best model? As always, there is no one perfect answer. And I think most successful projects use 3 or 4 models together. For example, Next use SaaS, marketplace, support and consulting, education, and sponsorship too, I think. Cal.com, great product. They use SaaS, dual leads, and enterprise support. Grafana use open core, hosting, plugins, and support. And big question, how to choose the right model? I believe you need to understand where you now, and let's review 3 stages of any open source project and which model fits best, depending on where you now. First, it's early stage. You just started, and your goal is here, get users, get feedback, and build community around your product. And what matters here, you need to build trust and focus on value, not money yet. And good models here, it's sponsorship, education, and consulting. And I absolutely recommend you use all of them, like 3 models in one time, because they can bring you real paid users in the future. And how you can find first users? You need to follow baby steps, and please don't wait for something like publishing your project or 1,000 stars on GitHub. I believe you need to start sharing your story early, even before you finish your project. If you, for now, have only idea for something open source, please start sharing on social media, and you can choose 2 or 3, maybe maximum 3 platforms with different vibe, and it can be like a combo of, I don't know, TikTok and Reddit or Instagram and LinkedIn. You can test different tone of voice, and I believe we have our audience everywhere. It's if you more like some one platform, just use it. You need to join Discord communities and GitHub discussion, ask questions, looking for people who ask questions around your product, maybe something similar. And I made it so pink because I think it's so important. Maybe if you can catch only one idea from my talk, this is the one that you need to share your values, because I believe we all buying something connected with our values. And open source, it's a big, we based all our choices, which product we want to support with money or with our time, based on our values. And you need to do consulting, you need to be visible and helpful and ask for real feedback, not just for stars. Because if you have enough feedback on this early stage, you can improve your product, and in the future you will have better user experience. You can offer some free help, but please always set clear boundaries. For example, if you have some time tracker for companies, you can offer for your friends if they have some company, 3 free consultancy, and then if they want you to continue or build some custom solution, you need to ask for money. And you need to discuss it before. And you need to become a speaker, because I believe even one small online meetup can bring you early users, and you can join our meetup in my company, and I believe many commercial companies use the same and have monthly meetups. And you can join some offline meetup in your city. If you don't have, maybe it's a great idea to host it. And even one good offline talk can bring you users, contributors, and future clients. And again, open source community is so friendly. You can always feel some support. And I don't want to stop for a long time here. If you want, I can send you a presentation. This is a checklist how to understand that you are ready for growing stage. And the growing stage. Now your big focus, you need to start earning money and scale your project. And for now, it's important to show users clear reason to pay, not just please support me. You need to create simple pricing and split everything free for everyone and paid for teams. And you need to create repeatable income, not just one donation, even if it's big. Good models here is open core, SaaS, and marketplace. And how you can find paying users, you need to talk to your current users and ask them what they would to pay for. You need to create onboarding emails, demo calls, feedback calls, and you need to continue with content, but now you need to be more focused on real results and share some cases and success stories. Keep going with some content, like post videos, speak at events. And this is a great moment to start doing some partnership. If your product fits into a bigger ecosystem, for example, if you build something with Vue.js, maybe you can look in for some other guys in Vue.js open source world and collaborate, because I believe even if you do something similar, we all in open source community, we're not competitors, we're all partners or friends, and we can do something together. And you can look in for some companies who serves the same audience. This is checklist that you can understand that you are ready to next stage, and maybe the most wanted business stage, when companies use your product. And your goal is here is create a stable income and find enterprise clients because they can pay a lot. And what really matters here, you need to care about licensing, security, and compliance, and you need to create clear business contract. For now, like from this moment, you need to show up like a real serious business, and you need to offer long-term support, because if you want to work with enterprise companies, it's really important. Good models for this stage, it's dual license, support and consulting, and open core plus CLA. How to grow and find users here? You need to do something more similar with regular commercial business. It's maybe it's sad but true, like Metallica said, you need to do some boring stuff, like going to tech conferences, to B2B events, partner with some agencies, serve your audience. You need to position yourself more like solution. Like on the early stage, we start just with sharing your values, your idea, your emotion about your product, why you want to have it, maybe your pain that you build your product on your pain. On the second stage, we need to share more like case studies, successful stories, and for now we need to more focus our content more on return on investments, that we need to show business how we can, how our tool can save time, money, and reduce risk, because it's so important. We need to share case studies, benchmarks, some migration guides, and this is right moment to hire right people. But absolutely recommend you find people for sales with open source experience, because I believe it's not the same doing like regular sales process and sell something open source. And I think we all, I can't explain it in words, but I think you all can understand if you're part of open source community. We're not the same. It's like we're not doing something for free, but we do a lot. We invest our time, and if people from sales can't understand it, can feel this vibe, maybe it's a bit much. We did this mistake in Epicmax too. And you need to do something that all developers really hate, I think, but you can hire people for it. Maybe it's not, you shouldn't do it. You need to create cold emails, do demo calls, onboarding, and if you did everything and still want to grow, you need to look in for new markets, maybe new countries or new areas. You need to do upselling for your current users. That means you need to have clients database in your CRM. You need to have clear CRM. And this is a great moment to create a big partnership with something like big cloud providers, or I don't know, maybe with Amazon. I know they want to have a lot of money for this partnership, but maybe for now you already have money and it's right moment to invest, not earlier. And back to our story of after 8 years in open source, we still on early stage. It's like pain but true. And where did we go wrong? We had no strategy or clear goals before we start investing money and time in our project. We wanted our developers to choose all tasks or issue based on business needs, but not on their interest. But if we didn't know our goals, how could they possibly understand them? We don't have enough real experience using our product in some commercial project. And why it's so bad? Because we didn't have real feedback from big companies, and we just believe if we build it, user will come. And we was focused fully on code, no marketing, no business strategy. And if I can merge it, this all mistake in one sentence, we treated our project like a hobby, non-financial planning, no donation setup. Honestly, we don't have it for now. No budgeting, no strategy session, but we invested in them like commercial projects. And yes, we did many mistakes, but we did something right. We built a strong team. We used our open source project to test and onboard all developers. All our new developers should spend 3 or 4 weeks in our open source projects that we can understand if it's a really great match, not only based on technical skills, on soft skills, and just understand is it like some chemistry. And for now I can say yes, all our developers, it's like stars, great people. We stayed focused. We choose only one technology, Vue.js, and never looked back, which gave us for now clear and niche, and we can sell it in better way, but only when we did a lot of homework. And we started building trust and partnership within Vue ecosystem. Yes, only last year we started, but even after almost 1 year, we have great results. With we have partnership with Vuetify, PrimeVue, VueJobs, Next. And this is a great guy who, in the end, we do the same. We have our UI library, but again, I believe we're not competitors, we're all partners. And we finally faced our mistake. For now, we cut all non-strategic investments. And if we speak about development of our open source product, for now, we focused only on Vue integration. We're trying to find other guy who can be a great match for our tools. And we broke the silence. We started doing some posting, speaking, and hosting own events. And this is my key takeaways for you. I believe open source needs more than code. It needs strategy and clear goals. And you need to choose your monetization model early and treat your project like a business, not like a hobby if you want to have income. And you need to be honest with yourself and face the facts. Sometimes it's painful, but it's like reality. You need to tell your story from day one and create some content. It's so important. I believe all successful projects start with some marketing activities. All founders created some content around this product. Then they have some audience. Then they have some money or some maybe investors. And yes, mistake will happen, just don't stay stuck, and it's never too late to rethink, rebuild, and grow. And thank you so much. This is my LinkedIn if you want to connect me, if you have your product and I can give you some ideas, please write to me or find me today. And if you like my talk, please connect me. If you don't, please connect anyway and tell me why. And thank you again. Thank you for your interest in open source. It's really great to have Vue.js event in Spain. I think we don't have enough. And thank you.